It's your girl, Shaunie B. And if you're cool, you got to cool. Yeah.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Shaunie B. If you're cool with me, fool with me. And you already know I'm back live at the studio with my engineer, K Boogie, on the ones and twos. Today is October the 6th. It's 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. And you know this show is going to be quite interesting because I have a guest that is funny. Oh, he's funny. But in the meantime, I use this platform to extend, to my friends, family, loved ones, to educate and just share my special gift with people that support me the most. So if you want to call in today, don't hesitate. 203-802-5694. We're going to be here till 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. So the topic with my guest is going to be conversations and humor because, again, he's funny. I'm going to let him introduce himself over there.
How's it going? I'm RJ Prince, the Prince of Entertainment. How's it going?
Okay, you gave us that smooth operator voice, like you was on the radio.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I got a radio voice, so I got a face for radio, so.
Okay, well, you should try it. You should always hop into what you're good at. Okay, K-Boogie, we ain't even gonna wait on this. Can you cue that music, please? Because we're gonna get in his business. Yeah, we got to. If it only be right. This is a part of the show. Tell us a little bit more about you, and you're going to win absolutely nothing, but we're going to get all the way up in your business. So, if you had a chance to choose, because I know you told me last time you like water, do you want your water cold, like refrigerator cold, or room temperature?
Room temperature.
Okay. I can get groovy with that. Too cold makes my head hurt. I drink slow anyway. It's going to be hot by the time I get done.
I'm trying to sip these so like you can't.
Okay, no, it ain't it ain't carbonated. It's Aquafina. Do you prefer to put your hands on the dishes, mean manually wash them, or would you prefer to rely on the dishwasher?
Nah, I got a hand wash. Bleach in the water. Do it like
You old school.
Yeah, I can't wash dishes because no dishwasher.
I like the dishwasher, but I've been seeing lately that it comes out and it'd be little water specks on it. I don't like that. It makes it look unsafe. So I might go back to dipping it in the water. I'm lying. I'm going to stick to dishwasher. I'm lazy. So would you rather read a book or listen to the audio book?
Listen to that.
My friend put me on to that the other day. I think I'm going to do that. Because reading, I start getting distracted. I'll be looking at other stuff.
It's something about when they read to you. I don't know what it is. It's like, I guess my imagination.
Okay, so you nasty. Okay, cool. No, we not. Would you rather have 6 fingers or a missing toe? What was wrong with the missing toe? I didn't say which toe it was.
You gonna throw me out?
We don't need the pinky toe.
It's still gonna, whatever toe missing gonna throw you
Well,
out.
you might have a point.
I got a hand in missing something.
Oh, she missing fingers.
Nah, she missing toes.
Oh, she missing toes.
What's up with equilibrium?
Big word.
I can't spell it like say.
I don't know. Honey Boo Boo said if she had 6 fingers, she could eat more cheese balls. So I might want 6 fingers. That was a greedy side of me. Would you rather have a toothache or a headache?
Headache. I can't handle it. I don't know what it is but toothache.
I'll agree. A toothache will break you down. It's no type of cream that will resolve that pain. I think it's because on the nerve. A headache is just kind of, you can get rid of it. Maybe so. Now, would you rather get caught having sex by your parents or get caught by your job? So your parents just gonna see your positions, hey?
Yeah,
they seen it before. Hey, they seen it before. Let me see. Depends what position I'm in my job. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the position. Maybe my parents. My parents could catch me having sex. We all got here some way, didn't we? What towel? Okay. Would you have rough hands or dry feet? Like crusty, peeling, ashy.
Fill up them sheets with
hands, man. You get the socks on. I don't want no rough hands, man, because I do a lot of business and I gotta shake your hand. That's a bad MO to have. You're just trying to be with the dry hands, ain't it? That's not a good MO. They ain't never got to see my feet. I could wear boots and clogs all day long, but them hands, that's what you do business with. If you made a flick, like a porn, yeah, would you keep it or can they keep it? Oh, so you just out here got you everywhere. Alrighty then. No, I'm gonna keep mine. I don't know what type of anger you have in your skin. You might send my tape on somewhere I'm trying to get a job at. You out here looking like AB, jobless. Sorry, sir. I know the Patriots drop you. It's a long story, but yeah. Okay, K-Boogie, we got in his business. We did. You could cut that. You know, I don't need AB coming to the station. He ain't got a job, so he's free. Anyway, so let's get to know you, man, because we got some questions. You know, I do comedy, you do comedy, but tell me where your comedy gene came from. Did you always want to do this?
I didn't know I always wanted to do this. I know I've always loved it. I don't know what it is, but as a kid, I always thought that it was something that you couldn't do. Like I didn't even know that was a job as a kid.
Right.
So I've always had a sense of humor. My dad always taught me how to, you know, through the darkness, you know, laugh through it.
Right.
He's always taught me that. I didn't even know he was teaching me it until I got older, but that's how he always taught me. So I just always had a funny bone. So people, when I was young, used to tell me I should do comedy, but I always had the fear of it because I'm like, I wouldn't know how to do it. So then I started learning how to do it. I started watching different comedians, old comedians, and I started learning the art. So
who did you watch? Or who's your favorite, and then who did you watch studying to be a comedian?
Who I studied was Bernie Mac, and Eddie Murphy.
Okay.
Those are two I was really looking at first. And my favorite of all time is Dave Chappelle.
Oh yes, I could agree. He's
my top. I just like his form of comedy. He because I have a dark sense of humor. We
were just talking about that.
Yeah, so
did you see his last stand up on Netflix?
It's my favorite. Yes.
Man, he said some things. He ruffled some feathers that day.
Yeah.
But comedy isn't for the lighthearted. I keep telling people that.
Not at all.
Okay, so you said Bernie Mac and Eddie Murphy. Did you know Eddie Murphy had a song called "Put Your Mouth on It"?
I did not.
Yeah, my friend sent it to me today.
I've heard Red Lights and Party All the Time.
No, it's called "Put Your Mouth on Me." He sound like Prince. Yeah.
I saw you said "Put Your Mouth on It."
I thought I did say that, but when I went back, I had to go make sure I'm saying it right. It's "Put Your Mouth on Me," and he sounds like Michael Jackson mixed in with Prince, but I didn't even know he was singing. He got a band and everything in the video.
Oh yeah, he had a band on Red Lights.
Interesting. Okay.
And I actually jammed to that song.
Who is my favorite? You know, like I said, I love watching Dave Chappelle because he and Cat Williams. They like have that censored. If you don't laugh, okay, and rolling on to the next.
Definitely.
So were you like a class clown growing up in school since you had a sense of humor?
I was more of an outside of the class clown. Yeah.
But
my dad didn't play that shit.
Oh.
I could have great A's and B's, but if my citizenship was low,
beaten.
Yes.
Jackson 5.
Yes.
Okay. So were you that dude that made fun of people? Like you were that loud heckling type of sense of humor? Like, oh, ugly. Was you that dude?
I wasn't even that.
You want to checker?
I could see the jokes and people couldn't see it.
Ouch.
So it wasn't even so much of a high side. I used to get high sided on.
Right.
I just know how to take a joke. So it was just I could see something that other people couldn't see it funny. I could show them how funny it was.
So how dark is your humor? Because you said you have dark humor. Because I could tell you some dark stuff I laughed at and I shouldn't have laughed at.
I know. I've seen my son fall and I laugh. I should have cared and I just.
You said I should have cared.
Just laugh so hard.
And
I love him. He knows I love him.
But you gonna laugh.
I'm gonna laugh.
That's a good deal.
I seen somebody get hit by a car.
And you laughed?
My laughter pops out. Like
how did you laugh? Ooh.
Did
they die?
You try to hold them. It was good.
That was good. Would you have still been laughing had they died? Like, would you still be laughing?
It was
too late.
It was too late. It popped out.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
That's why I tell people, I don't come to me last because I need to get all my laughter out. My mind is really dark. It's really dark. There was a thing that somebody posted on the door of their home and it said, B, the cuss word, I live here, your house is next door. And for some odd reason, it tickled me, but under the climate, it shouldn't have been funny. But I still laughed. It was too soon, but it was so true. I guess I laughed because it was true.
Was it true? You laugh at the truth.
Yeah, I think so. That's a problem.
That's understandable.
Thank you. And I don't feel too bad. Now, when you said you look at the films of these performers, like the Bernie Macs and the Eddie Murphys, do you also read behind the comedy? You know, there's like books that can walk you through the stage, the presentation.
I've never read, and I'm just not hearing these books out there. I've never done it. I'm the type of person, because I did the same thing with Michael Jackson. Back in school, I could dance just like Michael Jackson.
Can you dance right now?
Right now, I mean, I'm good for some money.
Okay. For some money?
Yeah, I'm on straight.
That's true. You did make a good point.
That's true. But yeah, I could dance like him because I would watch him.
Okay.
I would watch him over and over, be in my room dancing.
And practice.
So it was the same way with comedy. I would just have my own jokes to it. And in my mind, which is weird, way before I ever became a comedian, I've always had crowds in my head. And it sounds weird because you're not in my head. But
that's true.
It's very weird in my head. So I would just have a regular conversation in my head.
Right.
But I have a crowd laughing.
So is it the same energy when you actually get in front of a crowd? Are they really laughing at the same thing you thought?
Sometimes it don't even be jokes. It just be talking.
Are you laughing right now in your head?
A little bit.
So there's a book.
A psychopath.
You might be. I got to take that to the heart. You might be a murderer and we don't know. You
I don't know. If I was pushing, everybody could be a murderer if they push in the right position.
Sounds psychotic. Kenny, watch him. Okay, so there's a book out there. It is called The Comedy Bible.
Awesome.
And one of my fellow comedian friends put me onto this. I wasn't really wrapped into reading about the comedy because I was like you. I would watch films. But this book basically gives you turn-by-turn directions how to, whether you're writing comedy, whether you're going up on stage for the first time, how to kind of wrap your material around the crowd. It just gives you, it puts you in the position not to fail. Because a lot of people don't know how to write jokes. This helps you. It's not going to give you the joke, but it helps you structure. Yeah, it helps you give you the format on how to push the joke, make it funny. And then if stand-up isn't your thing, then writing is, and you can do that. So I got this book off of Amazon. And, you know, you can kind of toggle around, but they sent this to me about $7 or whatever. But if you buy it in a bookstore is about $15. So if you guys are pursuing comedy, this is by Judy Carter. It's called The Comedy Bible. This is a good read. You're not going to be bored. Yeah, she's a little older, but she's helped write a lot of shows, scripts, and everything like that. So they call her out to actually teach you how to get the fundamentals. So I just decided to bring that to encourage if you ever try to, you know, get it. Yeah, get that. Have you tried going to places like improvs and?
Not improv, but I've been to Hyenas.
Okay.
Chocolate Secret.
Chocolate Secret. That sounds freaky.
It do every time I go.
Is it off of Oakland?
Dallas. I'm not good with Dallas.
Oh.
It's like close to downtown Dallas.
Yeah, but they theme of their place is chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to do open mic there.
Chocolate cake and all that.
Right,
I was expecting strippers, to be honest.
Right, because it sounded real freaky, but I didn't know they were still doing it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I went there Monday. I'll be there this Monday.
Was it Monday that went? Yeah, it was about 7-ish or so. You sign up and everything. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's it. I thought they had stopped because the person had started doing shows elsewhere, but that's what's up.
Yeah, it's real cool. I really love the environment.
It is. It's really, really chill. It's bad parking, but it's really, really chill. I guess you can run across the street, you know. Would you say, have you even thought about doing like improv practicing, like through the, I want to say the place is called Dallas Comedy House, and you can go and they'll teach you how to do stand-up, writing, improv, yada, yada, yada. Do you want to do that, or are you just going to keep, you know, trying it by going in front of people?
I'll keep trying to go into people, but I'll definitely, I love to learn, so I would definitely, wherever I can get some knowledge from, I definitely want to go there.
Now, did you have stage fright?
No, I'm a pastor's kid, so.
Oh, you bad.
Yes, I am.
You bad and you nasty, because y'all be on another level.
Yeah, any pastor kid knows that you on stage from when you born.
Wow.
Whether it's reading a poem, singing, don't even know how to sing, but you singing on Sundays, you reading scripture, so I've been in front of people since I was a kid.
So nothing, no butterflies or nothing. You just going out there.
I have the butterflies, but it's like excitement. Like it's like me being anxious.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm not nervous being on stage.
So now, have you been booed?
No, I get silence, which I feel silence is worse than a boo. I can go off of a boo.
Right.
Silence is the worst thing for me.
Why?
Because I feel like you're not, like now I don't have your attention. At least a boo, you have someone's attention.
boo, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's off of a feeling. Even if you're getting booed, it's off of a feeling. I have your attention. Whether you boo me or not,
right.
You say anything. Silence is, you have nothing. You know?
So then what about the hecklers? Do you have the
hecklers?
So you've had a few.
I've had my first heckler at a bar.
Was a bar a comedy club, or was it a bar and then they just had a comedy night?
It was a bar and they had a comedy night. So they was all watching the game. This lady was very drunk.
Yeah.
And she didn't like that I was talking about vagina. So I talked more about vagina.
And how many minutes did you get for this set?
It wasn't even a limit. Like they said I could go up. So I don't know how. I can't remember how long I was up there.
Okay. But she got mad. So what did you just kept talking, or did you roast her?
I didn't roast. I just kept talking. Oh, I talked about her vagina, but I ain't. It wasn't really roast. I just told her I'm sorry if your vagina is getting a little upset about these vagina jokes.
You know, I had did comedy at this place. I don't even think it exists anymore. It was called Legends, and at the time, Celebrity the Comedian was doing the hosting for it. And just like you said, it was something. It wasn't just solely a comedy night. It was a night where they would go play spades and dominoes. But they had a stage, and they decided to bring some people up there. And they just sat there, and they was just looking. I just walked my own self off. I didn't even need the host. I was like, all right, yeah, it's my time. I gotta go. And I ran up out the building.
I see that a lot. I've seen that a lot since I started with comedy, where people, I guess, can feel uncomfortable, or they just feel it, and they would just walk off stage.
It hurt. So after that, I took a big break. I took a hiatus for about 4 years, 2 years, something like that. And then I went into radio, which was way easier because if they didn't like you, then they could turn you off. But then I would jump back in and then doing the Backdoor Comedy Club, like you said, Chocolate City or Secrets, and it's a bunch of places. You did mention the Hyenas. Is it hard? Because I see a lot of people saying that they go to the Hyenas. Is it hard to get into the Hyenas? Because I know like legends are there performing, have performed, and still perform.
The open mic at Hyenas is easy because you just go there and sign up.
When you sign up,
it's a lot of it. And when if they don't know you, and it's like it's your first couple times going, I'm sure you're a comedian, you know about cards. You automatically go to the last card. So like when I went, it was 40 people, no 43. I probably was like number 40. So yeah, it was only like 4 or 5 people in the house when I was doing my comedy. And surprisingly, I made all of them laugh.
Were they comedians or were they people like regular?
It was a bartender, my manager, my sister, and the host.
Ouch.
And I had all them laughing like you would have thought it was 12 people in there. So I was actually proud of myself.
But at the beginning of it, the 40 people that went before you, there was real people there. See, that's...
Most of them was comedians though.
See, that's hard to perform for comedians.
I ain't gonna say it's hard to perform for them, but it's definitely harder to make them laugh. Because one, the average comedian that's out there is already in their head going over jokes, so they're not paying attention to you anyway.
True. Or stealing your jokes. Yeah.
So.
Well, the thing that I have, and it's not to sound bougie or anything, I know everybody has to work their way up to get that limelight, but I just can't deal with them telling you be there at 7. You get there at 7, you sign up at 7, and then somebody come in at 9:45, they bump you, keep bumping you, and then you going on at 1-3 in the morning. Like, I don't do well with that. So that's probably why I haven't been doing any open mics lately, because I just can't sacrifice my whole day for free to then be put behind somebody that's not funny, but they're just well known. See, it's a difference. If you hella funny, I respect you. But if you ain't funny and they just put you up there because you've been doing this in Dallas for 5 years, I mean, I can't go behind you like that. Yeah. But I applaud you for keep going, because you said a couple times. Did we mean, I know a couple in layman terms is 2, but how many times is it going to take for you not to be 40? Are you building a rapport so now you can?
I mean, I'm trying. So
it's still a work in progress?
Yeah, because there's so many. There's so many comedy clubs out there, so there's so many places I'm trying to go. And this one comedian at this bar, and I was just sitting at the bar, I didn't know he was a comedian.
Right.
But we just started talking. He was an old head, and he was telling me the one thing that you need to do, definitely if you love comedy, to just do it. No matter where you at, do it. He said, if you feel comfortable doing it, do it. And that's really how I am. I feel like I can do jokes anywhere. Before I got serious with comedy, I was doing it at churches. I was doing it at weddings.
Okay, so you've been doing it.
Yeah, I've been doing it for 4 years. I just never got serious about it. So I've been doing it. So this one guy walked up to me. I can't remember where I was, but I did a set, and I didn't get a good reaction from the crowd.
Right.
But he came to me, and this was better than anybody saying, "Dude, you was funny." He told me, "Dude, your presence." It was everything when you got up there. Like the way you presented was your timing and your jokes, everything. And he wasn't even a comedian, so he was a fan, like just somebody watching a comedian do that. For him,
so you funny.
You know, so for him, that gave me respect of the art. That mean I'm doing,
what you supposed to do.
yeah. I'm not just up there, just
running your mouth.
running
So
your
do you
mouth.
write your jokes in advance, or do you just are they personal jokes, or are they things that you're just making up?
They either personal, I make some up. They either personal, and I kind of, because I don't want to throw people under the bus.
I know that's
I burn
right.
off of it, but
Yes, Lord.
I can never have a set, like, say I got a comedy gig on Wednesday. I can never write a set on Monday and do that set.
On
It
Wednesday.
always changes. I'm either driving, I see something, I gotta do that joke now.
My phone is filled with
Yes.
situations.
Man,
Yeah, it's hard.
the last 3 places I went, the jokes I did were like 3 minutes before I got on stage. Just my mind just did it.
Because it was going. I've learned that for me, because somebody asked me, how do you prepare for a show? And I'm like, I don't know. Because practicing for me is hard because, like you said, when it's time to execute, the material changes and the format changes. And then I've learned I can practice an old lady joke all day, but when I get to the comedy club, it may not be one old lady in there.
Exactly.
So then it's not relatable. So comedy is tough, and I'm seeing that a lot of people are now calling themselves comedians. But to hold that title, you got to be dynamic. You got to have different angles. You just can't just be a roaster. It has to change. Your level of being a comedian has to change.
When I first did it, so many people was like, "Man, what you need to do? You need to do skits. That's what people doing now."
Yeah.
I'm like, I want to be a comedian. Like, it's a difference from being behind the camera and doing something and telling acting something out, which I love to do. I love to act.
Yeah.
But it's a whole different thing. Getting on stage is more personal. I can react to a crowd. I can tell you. I can tell a story, and that's how my comedy is. It's me telling stories. I can tell you.
Right.
I can tell you stories that I've been telling in my head. Now I can tell it to people.
That's a darn good talent. I tell people, man, the funny, like you said earlier, it's like the medicine for the soul.
Definitely.
It's awesome sauce. So I will say that social media has made people famous.
Definitely.
Some not ready for the fame, so now they have passed through and they're not even the thing to look at anymore. So do you want to be Instagram, Facebook famous, or do you really want to have your footprint out here and be a household name? Which type of fame are you going towards? The instant fame and hopefully you can keep it going, or more or less you build your foundation and then you can go anywhere in the world?
I want to build my foundation. I definitely want to travel the world. I want everyone around the world to know exactly who RJ Prince is.
Okay. I see that Instagram stuff is so crazy because I followed Just Hilarious before she was the Just Hilarious.
Oh, yes.
And she got famous from talking about Kanye West's wife. At that one point, she was doing other things, but that was just one that really hit off for her career. And I'm like, man, that was 5 seconds I think at that time it was 30 seconds on Instagram. Now I think you can do up to 15 minutes. And I'm thinking, I'm ready. At this point now, it's taken so long to get famous, and I don't have to be, Kanye West famous. I can be behind the scenes famous. I would not mind if one of my videos went viral tomorrow and I was that famous because I can control the flow at that point. It's harder to get recognized and be remembered by people our own age versus the young generation, because that's who's really boosting our videos is the young generation. They hitting that share button, is addictive, boom, boom, bow.
Definitely.
They forget about us though in about 3 or 4 months if we not doing that same funny.
You gotta keep it
right.
You're doing that, and that's the difference between doing stand up. Because as a comedian doing stand up,
right,
you might have a material that you're gonna say to different places. You're gonna say that over and over at least 200 times. Yeah. That's why you don't like people recording you or putting your certain jokes on Facebook. So,
and
I'm actually working on something now that's gonna be different from that.
Let's talk about putting your information out. So you do a show, you put your show up on Facebook, you put it on Instagram, put it on YouTube. Is that limiting your skill set? Is that putting you out there to be seen like ha ha ha, or is it putting your stuff out there to be stolen?
Yeah, definitely. You can definitely that can get your stuff to be stolen of certain material. Which I'm the type of person, if you steal my joke, or because it's certain jokes I've took and I've polished it off, put my own thing on there. So it's definitely nothing I'm personally upset about somebody do, but it definitely can get done. Definitely if you don't have that joke the way you want it yet.
Right.
So I don't put jokes on social media. Definitely if it was a new joke or it was a joke, like, I can really.
tweak this.
Tweak this. I can sharpen it up.
Some people out there be stealing too, boy. Oh Lord.
Yeah.
I heard one of a few of mine out there. I was like, oh, that's great. Cool. You're not even a comedian. The person that stole it wasn't even a comedian. I was like, damn, you stealing my job.
They told the office joke.
Yeah, basically. It kind of stung a little bit. But is there anybody that you want to thank at this moment? It doesn't have to be anybody famous that helped you kind of get to where you are now, where you're confident and you're pushing this comedy ordeal.
Definitely my parents. I have to thank them. They steady kept pushing me to where I needed to be. Kept pushing me to know a 9 to 5. Just that's not where I just need to be. My dad, he always told me never to have a plan B. He said never have a fallback plan, because if you have that, you plan to fall back. Okay. So he always told me find my passion, keep a job that's gonna put the money into your passion till your passion give you the money.
You better come on and preach, Dad.
So I definitely have to thank them. I have to thank my Aunt Ree, who passed away. She gave me the name RJ.
I was going to ask you next where you came up with your name from. Okay.
She told me when she called me when I was a kid. I used to dance. I used to dance in front of the family when they came over.
Right.
And my name then was KoolAid.
KoolAid. Hey, KoolAid.
I don't know why, but that was my name. But she always gave me the nickname RJ. So, and I definitely want to thank my manager, because she's put me in directions that I need to go. She's very good at what she does. Definitely me being her first client.
Right.
And I'm sure it's the first of many, because her work ethic is off the chain. So
with that being said, would you be able to do this without a manager, or do you think people need a manager?
I would say you need one. It definitely helps to have one. If you have the mindset of or the knowledge that a manager already has, you really don't need one. So I was going into this thing blind. Mm-hmm. I knew she had her her hands in certain stuff, so she could help me out. She could help me get into certain doors and everything.
Okay.
So, but I wouldn't say this is something like you can't do this without a manager. I definitely can't say that.
Well, what's your manager's name?
Her name.
Did you forget?
A little bit.
She gonna fire
Nicole.
you.
My mind went blank.
Lies. Ooh, she gonna cuss you out, because I know
Sanders.
the Leo and her ain't finna let that ride. As soon as it's over, she cussing you out.
She always cuss me out.
I hope you got insurance. She finna flatten them tires.
Full
Okay.
coverage.
So do you prefer, I know you said you started comedy in the church. You were always doing something church driven. Is your comedy now a mixture rated R and clean, or is it solely clean?
It's a mixture.
Mixture, okay.
It's a mixture. When my first set out of church was a couple months ago, and I did it at the Louis Vienna bar.
Yeah, is that downtown?
Downtown Dallas.
Deep Ellum area? Well, you don't have to worry about that.
About
Okay, I thought I saw it when I was driving the other day.
Yeah, it's that was my first time doing rated R, and I went in because it was so many jokes I could never say because I was in front of church people.
That's
so I had all these jokes stored up, and then I had to try to break it down within 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So it was fun. It was my first time doing it in front of white people. It was and I found out they are more easier to get laughs at than blacks.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that because I mean it's not a race thing, but it's again the support thing. Mm-hmm. When I very first started, like as you said, you did things growing up. People say, "Oh, you should be a comedian, wop de wop," and I'm just like, "No, I just say funny stuff, whatever." Mm-hmm. When I started doing it faithfully to where my friend pushed me on the stage, she know who she is, I was uncomfortable. Because again, I'd never written a joke. I'm spontaneous. So shout out to Backdoor Comedy Club. Went in there. It's a mixed crowd of all races. They're so accepting. Like even if I drop the ball, they'd be like, Shaunie B, come on now, we got you.
Yeah.
But when I went to Legends, all Negroes, Jerry curls, we had naturals, we had dreads, we had all hair types. Because at this point, this is Negro land. Mm-hmm. They was hard on the player. Like I wanted to give up and never ever get in front of a mic again. That's how bad they did the kid.
That's the places like that. That's what's gonna push you. That's why you remember back in the day Apollo.
Oh yeah.
You had to come with it.
You do have to come with it. But my thing is, you cannot go to an establishment, pay to have fun or seek entertainment, but you're miserable when that person's giving you entertainment. And then when they walk off stage, you're like, dog, you funny as hell, man. I don't know why we do us like that.
So many times. I've had so many quiet crowds, and when I get off, they're like, yo, you was funny.
Right.
Like, you must have been laughing on the inside because I ain't hearing nothing.
Well, I didn't see you smirking at all. So when you say it's a little more supportive at a mixed crowd, because I won't even just say white people, because there's still some black people in there.
Exactly.
but
It's
it's a
more-
different feeling. You come
it's
off
more-
feeling a little bit accomplished. So
Yeah, it's more lighter.
I will say, if you're trying to do comedy for the first time, I'm not knocking the African American clubs. I'm not saying all of them are the same, but you might need to say that club for last because they gonna give it to you. They not paying they $3 for nothing. They're not paying $3 for nothing. They gonna tear you up. They gonna tear you a new hole. You better get it together.
The one good thing that came from doing churches, where church folks are, them and bikers are the hardest people to make laugh.
I never thought to think of
Yes,
that.
because definitely if you go to a church event and you like the surprise comedian.
Right.
So now you're going, first of all, they already church folks. Two, they didn't come there to laugh. They came there to praise God. So now you have to really try to make them laugh. Church folks, like doing that, they're the hardest people to make. So when I was doing jokes and was having them holler,
Right.
that's when I started building my confidence up. Like, okay.
Because if you can do church comedy, then you really can do any comedy.
Oh, yeah.
Because you really got to filter yourself. That's why I don't know if I can do church comedy.
Oh.
I do clean comedy. Every now and then I'll say a damn or something like that. But for the most part, it is clean. It may be nasty if you think about it, but it's clean nasty. Okay. Well, I don't know. Have you ever heard of Big Husky? He's a
Yes.
comedian.
I got his number.
Big
I
Big Husky's the man.
met him at JJ's line.
Oh, he's out there now. Okay. He used to do radio with me at Fishbowl, and then he took his career and started doing comedy on the church side.
Awesome.
And then he became he also does comedy coaching as well. So he was my comedy coach at first.
Yeah, he's been. I talked to him that night, and he really just spitting knowledge. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I was just sitting there absorbing it. Like, I was in wow of all the knowledge that he was giving me. It was crazy.
So I personally wanted to thank some people myself because you tend to get to where you are, and those people are the people that believe in you. So to all my followers on all of my social media platforms, I definitely appreciate you guys. And then I have a few people that actually pulled me to the side and was like, yo, Shaunie B, I want to kind of mentor you. And I was like, well, thank you. You're so sweet. Big Husky, I mean, he's not big anymore, so we just going to call him Husky. Husky, I appreciate you. Rashawn Jones for giving me a platform. And then Boogie in the building, and T, I think it's, oh man, I can't remember his last name. But anyway, they basically believed in me when I was just like, you know what, I'll think about going to do some stand up today, you know. So you just have to find you some people that you really, really, really believe in you and want to help you get there. So the fact that you have a manager that's pushing you, your father's pushing you, that's pretty freaking dope.
Yes. I also want to thank two other people. One is my sister Lisa. She is my number one fan. She gets upset if she can't come to just an open mic. She knows I'm gonna be on there for just 3 minutes,
Right.
and still want to drive all the way to Dallas to come see me.
And where y'all coming from?
Fort Worth.
Fort Worth, Funky Town?
And she want to come out like she's out, whether it's been music or anything. She
Right.
has always been my number one fan. And two is TJ Evans. He's a new partner that I've been working with on some projects that's coming up. And he's not just became a friend, but he's became my brother.
That's what's
so I
up,
definitely
man.
want to thank him.
Yeah, my home slice, she'll be in my videos a lot. Her name is Claudia. She'll come to my shows, and I'll be like, girl, don't come to the shows. There ain't going to be nobody there. It's going to be two of us in the crowd. Don't come to the show. She'll be like, I'm coming to the show. And I'll be like...
Sound like my sister.
So if you ever hear a little laugh in the background of my videos, like, that's Claudia. She's there supporting. And the people far that can't come, they're always sharing the videos and, you know, giving me mad kudos on it. So you got to have those people that, again, push you and believe in you.
Definitely.
So, do you see yourself doing comedy full time? Because you did act. You're acting. I can't say did. You're acting.
I got projects coming up. So.
Perfect. So it's gonna be a mixture of both.
Oh yeah, and music.
Oh, you sing or you rap?
I rap.
Okay, you got some bars for the people? Don't put it out there. You're right. Right. He was like, no, I ain't got no bars, Shaunie.
No bars. I know, man. I suck at freestyle. I can write.
Okay.
Anytime I go to the studio, I say, okay, give me an hour. Come up with a bar.
It's okay, because freestyle is you got to be in the zone.
That's a whole different art. That's a whole different
It
art.
is.
And
I can do it every
respect
now and then.
I respect that art, but it's an art that I do not have.
You're right. So then you still got to you got to channel that to make it make sense. Freestyle, you know, it's. I wish I had bars like that. I got a little bit one A-B stanza, but it ain't like, oh, I'm not knocking shoes off people's feet. So have you met any celebrities lately?
I met Shucky Ducky.
Oh, that's right. Quack Quack. He used to be on
Yes.
comedy.
He was one. I saw him right after I saw Bernie Mac. So my dad had certain tapes.
Okay.
VHS, if you don't know what that is. It was before DVDs, people. So he had a whole collection. Well, actually, still do have a whole collection of VHS, and he had this thing called Def Comedy Jam. it was a whole row of stuff I was not allowed to watch.
Right.
So when they were gone, I would sneak and watch that.
Bad.
And that's where I met this guy named Bernie Mac. I also met a guy named Shucky Ducky. So to see a man that I'm doing this because you were one of the first people I saw,
It's
he
epic.
probably don't even know how much that meant to me.
He still looks good. I saw him in your picture,
yeah.
actually. He still looks like black don't crack.
He like he's still quack. It's crazy.
That is very crazy. I would love to meet Martin Lawrence. If I could meet him, I would just like, I would die right there because that man is epic to me. I watch everything from his stand-up to his cop movies, you name it.
Yes.
I'm in there quoting Martin. I watch Martin every night, and it ain't changed since 1992. But I'm finding new funnies in Martin, so I love me some Martin. That would be my big celebrity like person to meet.
If I could meet one person, I did want to meet Dave Chappelle.
Oh yeah,
Man,
you know what?
Just to talk to him, just for an hour, just to sit down and just talk.
He's
To
so
get
busy
his
now. You should have
Oh,
called
yeah.
him when he was in exile, when he was
was
gone.
out.
Yeah, you should have called him then because he was running. He was running.
You want him taking calls.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
I
would.
know.
You would have been right on his radar then, but
I
now he
know.
big. You know, made
Man.
this. I really do like Dave. I have to. I like Amy Schumer. A lot of people don't like her, but she's a nasty. Well, not nasty like nasty, but her mindset is nasty. It's dark, just like
Yeah.
mine is. I wouldn't mind meeting her and Ellen. I love me some Ellen. She's actually at the Cowboy Stadium, so I hear I might have to pull up on her and Portia. I might have to pull up on her and her boo.
Who's your comedy Mount Rushmore? 4.
4.
I got mine.
Like I said, Cat Williams. Kevin Hart is a hard yes and no. I just like his stage presence, but he might not need his face up there. Whew. Yeah, I can only give you Cat Williams, Dave Chappelle, and I'm trying to think of a female in there because there's always that one female that I like me some more. I really do. She's
yes.
like a secret killer. Who else can?
Tiffany Haddish.
Tiffany Haddish cool. She just ain't like, oh my God, but I like her personality. She knocks the haters off every horse, but she's not on my mountain. No, she'll be in the grass. She's in the grass. The last person I'll probably put Kevin up there because I do. He's consistent for me. He's slick consistent. So who you got? Shucky Ducky?
I wouldn't put him on my Mount Rushmore.
He'll be in the grass.
He'll be in the ground.
Oh, okay.
He'll still be in the, out there though. He was just one of the first people I've ever seen. My Mount Rushmore, I can't put Eddie or Pryor on there because they above that.
Okay, so they in heaven. Okay,
in
boom.
heaven, yeah.
Not literally. We ain't trying to kill out what one of them is, but
I have to put Dave Chappelle.
Okay.
Bill Burr.
Is Bill Burr white?
Yes.
Okay, I'm trying to
Freaking
make sure I'm
okay.
thinking of his face.
Did you used to watch Dave Chappelle show?
Yeah.
He was a white guy that was on there.
Okay.
He had
let me see.
red hair.
Is that the one that was on Friday? The mailman?
No.
No. Okay, see, black folks don't know people. They just know them with movie they role they play. Somebody do with the post office suit on.
So Dave Chappelle, Bill Burr,
Okay.
Bernie Mac,
I'm trying to see if I can find
Cat
it.
Williams.
And Cat Williams.
That's my Mount Rushmore.
Yeah,
Nick.
it's right. That's what I told you. Remember, that's a doorbell. That's how we know we got black people though. I think that's a good thing. I used to watch. I can't remember his name, but Fred Sanford. But what's his real name?
Red Fox.
Red Fox. Yes, Red Fox is nasty with it.
I never seen him, but I hear him a lot.
Oh boy, he was
Man.
him and Richard Pryor. You know what? I take it back. I will take Kevin Hart off my mountain and put Paul Mooney on there.
Man.
Paul Mooney is nasty, boy.
Yo,
He
man,
say some stuff that Dave Chappelle saying now. Paul Mooney been said that
Oh, yeah.
years ago.
Definitely.
That's my dude. Paul Mooney can. Oh man, it's so. But he was on Dave Chappelle's show, so
Yep.
the dirty minds, you can hear it, you can see it.
Definitely.
I'm still trying to pull up this Bill person you told me about because I got to see his face.
Bill Burr. Oh man, that dude. He has like 4 specials on Netflix, and I
Let
love
me
all of them.
see, Bill Burr.
He's like
Okay.
His material is very.
Oh,
Similar.
I've never seen him before.
Yeah, it's very similar to Dave Chappelle.
Okay, I see you got a little person on there. You know, Jim Carrey is Carrey. He was funny, but I've never seen a stand up. But
You never seen a stand-up?
No, but his personality in movies was dope.
Yes, he was very what's the word for it? Like active, like he was hyper on stage.
Right, that's why I think I like him because he was like my In Living Color type of dude that I
Yes.
fall back on.
Yes, he was very funny.
Now, when it comes to voiceovers, do you know who Jay Farrow is? And Avion Crockett?
I don't know what that is.
If you see him, you know exactly who he
Okay.
is. But they
Very
are
impressive.
in Ari Spears. They all do voiceovers.
Yes.
And Godfrey. They are crazy. Do you have any voice impersonations you can do with somebody else?
Couple of people. Not
Who are the people that you can not intimidate, but
intimidate.
not intimidate. Don't
Who
come for
can you
him.
intimidate to
No. Who can you pretend to be?
I don't know. Maybe Arnold Schwarzenegger that became a pastor.
Well, we know you can do the Hispanic person because you did that role at the show, Office Drama.
Yes.
He was playing a Hispanic. Was it a janitor?
He was a janitor.
He was.
Who had a freaky life. That's what he had.
Yes, y'all make sure y'all go check out Office Drama. It's
Please
coming to a
do.
city near you, for
It
real.
really is.
Y'all sleeping on them. Come on now. So, can you give us an Arnold Schwarzenegger impersonation?
Yes, I do it. I go to the copper and I do it. So you turn your Bible to John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son. Whoever shall believe in him to not perish but have everlasting life.
It's as if you knew I was going to ask you that. I ain't say go or nothing. He just sipped the water. He was gone. It's like, okay. Okay. Anybody else? He drinking. What's in the water?
Man, I drink 9 bottles of water a day.
Okay, I thought that was what was giving
So
you the
I'm
boost.
no, my mouth is just very dry.
Okay, hey, get your
trying to
water.
sip this
I bought me a gallon today. I'm gonna drink. It's gonna take me about 3 months to drink that
I
gallon.
can't drink a gallon of water.
Why?
Like a jug, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I gotta do
the
it.
bottles though, I can drink more than a gallon. if
Right,
it's bottles.
but it's the bottle. It's just a mind thing I see.
It is.
So, what is your strengths and weaknesses of this comedy thing? Do you have any? A lot of people say they don't have any.
Oh, we all do. My strength is I have no fear.
Okay.
I'm gonna say anything.
No regrets, eh?
No regrets. No, not when I'm on stage. I have no regrets with anything I say on stage
Okay.
because it's when I'm on stage, it's I'm telling stories.
Okay.
You know, don't be so sensitive. Pretty much.
Is that gonna be your? Do you give them that disclaimer before you start?
No, I
So
don't.
you gonna get beat up
'Cause
after
if
the
you-
show?
'cause if you come to a comedy club and you already sensitive, that's your fault. I don't know what to tell you. And if I'm going to a place that don't do comedy, then okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
y'all
you got
want-
your don't have fear, no regrets,
No regrets.
any
And-
more strengths,
And I love to laugh.
and you love to laugh.
Yes.
What about them weaknesses?
I know I got some. I just can't think of them right now.
That mean because you too busy winning. That's what that means.
That might be what it is. 'Cause I can't think. I know I have some. I just can't think of them right now. It's a kryptonite somewhere out there. I just don't know.
Let me see. I would say my weakness right now is just thinking the worst of the situation. If I had a show tomorrow, I probably won't be thinking about it today. But when tomorrow come, I'm be sweating like, oh my God, I got to get this together.
I always do that.
Yeah, I think the stage fright is always going to be something for me, even though I do stuff all the time. People fail to realize that you still have a fear to go on stage in front of people. Like you can never prepare for that.
You gotta get on stage. You got a boo boo all of a sudden. You don't even know where it came from.
Hey, I used to have to rely on liquid courage. Like I'll take a shot here and there, but now it's to the point. If you pay money to come see a show, I cannot sit and beat myself up if you don't enjoy yourself.
That's true.
You came to the
can't-
flyer. The event is on a flyer, so that means you had to look at the flyer, cash app the person, pay at the door. You here for a reason. So at this point, I have no more worries about you not enjoying yourself.
Yeah, I heard Dave Chappelle say one time that he did. It was before he came back. That special he did back, I think 2001 or 2.
Okay.
It was like one of his best ones.
I think that was my favorite one of him. I
Yeah.
can't remember what it was called.
He did the exact same set somewhere else and it was quiet.
Right.
Booze. So it's
It be like that.
yeah, they do like certain cities. There's certain cities that's why they do specials there because certain cities are like a comedy welcoming place. So it's certain cities, it's certain people. Certain people have a certain day where they just need to laugh. Some people
Right.
just don't want to laugh. So sometimes you can have a hidden joke and just won't hit.
Right. Because you don't know why somebody's getting out the house. You're right. Somebody could be having a horrible day and they don't want to laugh. They just don't want to be at home. So I get it. And I ain't hating. My strengths, I would probably say, like you know, laughter is what I want.
Yeah.
You know, it makes my day. So it's good to make other people's day. And the wittiness, like I can think of a joke. I don't have to think of my jokes. It comes to me like that.
Yeah.
I'm sad that my mind is so dark, but you know, it is what it is.
I mean, I don't regret it.
You're right. After a while, if I get beat up behind it, oh well.
So you see, because you haven't seen that Joker movie yet.
No, I haven't,
And I feel
but I
like
need
you're
to
gonna be
see it.
laughing. A lot of people were disturbed. They walked out. And I feel
Yeah.
like you and me would love that.
To sit there.
I loved it.
You went to the movie theater?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna be at the house on the fire stick. So when we cause you
got
know
that AMC playing
the
back.
government's watching them. Government's watching.
Got that A-list.
No, we're gonna go pay to see it. So what advice would you give to somebody that hasn't gotten to where you are right now, being comfortable on the stage or just being funny in general? What advice would you give to somebody pursuing this thing called comedy?
Do it in front of your family. People you know are honest. Do it in front of them first. I would definitely say that. Get a group of them like you're throwing a party. And don't even tell them you better do it. Just have a group of people come over and tell them, all right, sit down. I need to do something for y'all about 5 minutes.
You better than me. I be nervous.
Nervous.
I still be nervous
You're
with my family.
You're definitely gonna be nervous, but the other people you know, and instead of doing the people that you don't know.
That's true.
So
I will say, if you have the nerves that I have, just practice your jokes. Like he said, don't tell them don't have a family event and just hit them with some jokes. You know that are jokes and they don't know they jokes. And if they laugh, then write them just down. Boop, boop.
I have a lot of jokes that come out of conversations. I'm just talking to somebody. I'm just jokes.
Right.
And then they don't even know I'm running the joke through them.
Right, either or.
I do that all the time. I'm just having a conversation and when, you laughed at, I'm write that down.
Let me write this one down because I had thought of a real bad joke the other day. It was a lady. Never mind.
Man, I was going down the freeway. This one sucks because I always have a good joke while I'm driving, and I don't like texting and driving, but I want to hear you
so
put
responsible.
This joke in. Yeah, I had to pull over because I had like a 6-minute joke about titties, and I don't understand. It was just a regular joke. But then I had something afterwards, and it became like a 6-minute bit.
The fact that there's 10 titties in here, everybody, when you said the word titties, everybody in here's stomach was like, shit, what is this joke? Because I heard titties, and I was like, oh, we have to put them out the studio.
Man, listen, titties are beautiful.
Maybe so.
They run the world.
That too, yeah. Well, that is good that you were driving thinking about titties and you pulled over and wrote about titties.
I pulled over and wrote about it. 6 whole minutes of.
You're right. I'll be
titties.
asleep and then something will come into my dream or something, and I'll wake up and be like, notebook.
I've done that.
Because I'll forget.
I've done that.
You got to build your jokes, y'all, from somewhere. That's where we get the material from.
Oh, definitely.
And I use my jokes at the job that I work at now. When customers call in, can't tell you where I work, but they may be having a horrible day, and I will lighten their day up by saying things that's spontaneous, and they're like, you should do comedy. So that's material. You pick it up. Unfortunately, my job don't pay us here at KMWI-Media, so they're not going to get the advertisement. I'll see you tomorrow. So,
but before you get on stage, do you listen to other comedians?
From YouTube, or like the comedians that's before me on the stage?
YouTube, Pandora, anything?
Yeah, I do up until about an hour to my set, because then I'll hear their jokes and then mine's will mirror it, and I'll be like, oh man, I done forgot the layout of my joke.
I'll go on because I pay for Pandora.
Okay,
so
let me get your password.
I can look up certain.
You see how he rolled over there? He didn't even want to give me his password.
Nah,
it's okay. I got the fire stick.
But yeah, I'll do it the day before. I'll listen to certain comedians. Then the day after, music.
Perfect. Okay, so music is your secondary coping mechanism.
Definitely.
Okay. Well, do you see yourself going far with this comedy more, or your acting? Because I know you said you want to kind of do both.
I can see both of them going far.
Okay, equal.
I'm just let God handle it. Really, because like I said, I got a project with my friend TJ that I'm doing, and I see that going
places.
Yes, like I do. Just talking to each other and where our minds are with this project, I definitely.
It's taking off?
Yeah.
Well, I wish you the biggest and most, I guess, highest power of success you could have. I know a lot of people think because we're comedians that we're like preying on somebody else's downfall. Nah, not at all. We want you to win, whether it's acting, whether it's rapping, writing, or doing your comedy, because it's a tough industry. But I will say Dallas has a lot of talent that people are sleeping on. We don't have to go to the LAs, and we don't have to go to the Atlantas, the New Yorks, and the Floridas, but we have it here. It's a melting pot of talent. So, if y'all out there, the places where people can get their start, introduce us. So, man, we can get out here and get our faces seen. It's enough for everybody to eat. People be acting real stubborn. I will say, before I get into my altar call, do you notice the favoritism in this thing we call stand-up comedy? And does it affect you and how you view being more popular in this thing we call stand-up comedy?
Yeah, I can see it. I've seen. I believe it's not what you know, it's who you know.
That's true.
So, and that's where I see the favoritism at. It's like somebody that's not that funny can come to a comedy club, but if they know the owner,
they can get in there faster.
Where they want to go, wherever. So, and it ain't nothing I'm upset about. It's nothing that gets under my skin. My dad definitely brought me up having tough skin. Okay. So it's hard to get under my skin. So stuff like that.
It don't really phase you.
It doesn't. This one, and I want to say it was Husky.
Okay.
I want to say it was him. No, it was him or Shucky. I can't remember which one said it, but they said it and it stuck in my mind. And they said when you're doing comedy, never compete with a comedian. Never compete with any other joke or nothing. Compete with yourself. Mm-hmm. Compete with the last time you was on stage. And I ran with that ever since I've done. And it makes the process so like you don't have to worry about. Dang, I hope I'm more funny than him or not. You just gotta compete with yourself.
Okay. Well, there you have it. Compete with yourself. If you guys need additional practice, film yourself doing your material. And you can always go back and see if you are using the stage like you're supposed to. Or bring your friend and your family members. They may not all come out, but the one that is, able to.
Yeah.
Ask them to critique you. It's going to hurt, guys. Yeah. This critique is rough. You may not be the funniest.
And don't look for perfection. Never look for that. Because you'll never get it.
That's true.
Comedy's not perfection. Because you can never make a whole house laugh. You never will.
Yeah.
So never. Comedy is the most imperfect thing ever, and that's the beauty of it.
It's so many elements to comedy, guys. You don't have to hit the stage. You can, like I said, be a writer. You can be on the management side of it. It's so many angles that you can go into this.
Yes.
But somebody's always looking up to you. So I always tell people govern themselves accordingly. So K Boogie, I need you to cue up my altar call since we have a preacher's child in the building.
Let's be the
that thinks about titties. All right. The altar call is dear to my heart because I know people don't listen to you unless you got that gospel music.
Amen.
You like this gospel song?
That's beautiful.
Oh, okay, thank you. Praise you. A person wrote in to me. Mm-hmm. I'll leave her name as anonymous. I see her name though. And she...
Let me see her name.
No, because you might go follow on Facebook and talk bad to her. She wrote in and said, this man asked me out on a date. He was fine as hell. But when I asked him where we were going, he said, Applebee's. I busted out laughing at his silly, cheap ass. Excuse me, God. I told him I own my own shop, my own house, my own BMW in stocks. I can buy Applebee's. Then I walked away. You should have seen his face. I'm worth more than Applebee's. You have to impress me, and that ain't it. Now, would you consider this lady to have high standards? Or is she just being normal?
Okay. First of all, I know this is you, Keisha. And look, I told you Applebee's was a good spot. We could have went there, got some margaritas. But it is what it is. Everybody has their own standards, honestly. So I can't even be mad at her for that. She just wasn't that guy. You wasn't the guy for her. So. But don't hit them up when you see them up there winning. So it depends what you out there looking for.
Girl, let me tell you something.
So guys, look, this is what you do.
Here come the Bible.
This is in 2 Corinthians, 3rd chapter. It's very easy to understand. What you need to do, first of all, don't offer to take them out. Cook for them. It's way cheaper, way romantic. And make sure you know how to cook. If you don't know how to cook, I got you. Hit me up. I'm going to cook the meal.
He cooks too. I forgot to tell y'all that.
Exactly. I'm going to bring the meal to you. It's RJ's meal. It's real cheap.
So you going to have him lying?
You ain't got to lie.
Okay.
Just, something was cooked. And I hope you're hungry. All right? Bring out wine. If she's not a drinker, it's okay. Sparkling juice still looks romantic. You want to have candles? Preferably not scented. You don't want the fumes and the food getting mixed together.
See.
That'll give you a headache.
Okay. You've been there before.
Yes.
Gotcha.
All right. Turn out, if you have a fan of 3 light bulbs, turn out 2. Give the light better.
Okay. A little dimness. Okay.
Exactly. All right. And if you have a hardwood floor, move the table, just rotate it just a little bit.
What does that do?
I just need a little bit.
Okay, Martha Stewart. Okay, anything else for these people? Change your living room and cook some food from RJ.
That'd be it. I think that's everything.
And get some sparkling water. What cup is it? Is it in a foam cup, double cup, glass?
Never pull out a cup on this kind of date, okay?
Okay.
Always glass. Champagne glass. Be more,
more, yeah, okay.
It's more elegant. And so, when you drink, pinky up.
Okay.
And make sure you don't trim this pinky. No reason, just don't do it.
Pinky up.
Pinky up when you sip.
Okay. Anything else for this lady?
Forks on the right.
Okay, you did a
Nice
little practice, little bartending or something on the side.
Yeah.
Okay.
And don't Bill Cosby her. Okay, don't put nothing in her drink. I feel like I gotta put that out.
You do now because people are
just
straight hitting us with one of these.
You know what I'm saying? Just come on now.
And you wake up and sleep. Well, you can't wake up sleep, but you get where I'm coming from.
Woke up sleep. I've done that
You would
before.
still be sleeping when you wake up because it's
Yeah.
still in your system.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Amen.
BYOB. Bring your own beverage sometimes.
Sometimes.
In your own cup.
Amen.
Okay, so for this sister here, I'm gonna be real with you, girl. I gotta know, are you serious, girl? Applebee's got some good steak because if you get the 2 for $25, you can get the 6-ounce 2 sides. I had it the other day, but Applebee's has fallen off. So I get where you're coming from. That might not have been the best place, but ma'am, you don't know if he owns all of these things that you say you own times 2. He just want to get to know you, and it ain't really nothing wrong with Applebee's.
He might own that Applebee's.
He might own that Applebee's. He might franchise that.
Might have been a free meal.
See, sometimes people's standards are so high that's the main reason why they still single.
That could be true.
You know,
I can see that.
you didn't have to laugh in his face. If he wasn't your type or that speech about Applebee's wasn't your feel, it wasn't your level, you could have just said no thank you and walked away, but you broke that man down. He never gonna trust nobody to look like you again. Well, I will say I'm always hungry, so if somebody feeding me, then I'm eating it. Because the whole reason or the whole thing about going out is to get to know each other.
Exactly.
You can go to a restaurant, Perry's Steakhouse to be exact, and you can buy a steak, pay $200, and the steak is this big. You still hungry when you leave. So
Yeah.
it really ain't about the expenses, it's about the experience.
Yep.
But hey, that's your thing. Like he said, everybody got standards. You said you got a few stocks. Okay, great. You got BMW. Girl, you're going to need somebody to help you keep the maintenance on that because that's expensive. You got a house. She didn't say she owned it. She could be renting.
I know she is.
You know she is. And she owned a
Got
shop.
BMW. You ain't got enough money on that.
She didn't say what type of shop she owned. She could own the candy shop. You see what I'm saying? He should have been drilling her. Show me the receipts is what he should have told her. But listen, y'all being hard on people. It's some really good people out there that's trying to make ends meet, that just want to enjoy your company. You don't have to be this harsh on them, y'all. You're tough on the people. That's why folks be scared to try to pursue you, because you just rude. She must have been a Leo. No, I'm just kidding. We got a few of them in here, and I just love to upset them. Because a Pisces wouldn't have carried themselves like that. A Cancer wouldn't either. Oh, he about to cut my music. Look, my engineer, he like, this down. But no, seriously, man, if you're not attracted, because everybody that comes up to you, you're not gonna be their type, and they don't owe you an explanation. They can't force you to like them, but you don't have to disrespect them. If what they saying ain't what you like, just no thank you and scoot over, girl. But anyway, K Boogie, you can kill that because she needs God.
Yes,
I don't have time. So RJ, I want to again thank you for coming out here and blessing the people with your presence.
Thank you for letting me come out here and fool with you.
I appreciate that. He been rocking the band, and I appreciate it. I see him. So look at him. Okay, repping the brand. So is there any of your social media sites that you like the people to know so they can keep up with you since you're going places?
Yeah, keep up with Facebook, RJ Prince, Instagram, RJ Prince _ENT. Those are my two platforms. I don't be on nothing else.
Okay. We're not hating. For me, guys, like I told you, make sure you be consistent. We all got 24 hours in a day. You just got to divvy your time up properly so it can work in your favor. And make sure you network, because it's not about what you know. It's about who you know. And if you want to get into this thing we call comedy, there's plenty of books out there, but I vouch for the Comedy Bible because it gives you everything you need. And it doesn't matter on if you're a woman or male, black or white. It's just funny because there's no color, race to being funny. Make sure you keep up with me. Website is ShaunieBentertainment.com. Facebook, catch me tomorrow doing Shaunie's World and in the vehicle on the work property. That's Shaunie B ENT for Facebook. Shaunie B on Instagram is Shaunie _B _entertainment. And catch me on YouTube. That's where my fans at for real. That's Shaunie B Entertainment. K Boogie, thank you for being on the ones and twos. We have another show coming up. It's finna be realistic. Teachers are talking. We got Lady P representing. We gonna be in there talking about this education somehow, some way. So make sure y'all click back in at 6 p.m. I am out this thing until next time. Peace.
And if you're cool, you got to cool.